Time flies and lifetimes fly by. Howdy, folks. I've had this idea and thought running through my head over the last few weeks. It's like I was 40 years old and now all of a sudden I'm 63. It's like, where in the hell did the time go? How did I get here so fast? And this is not like a Rip Van Winkle or drunken blackout sort of what happened. It's more about just had my head down and was moving forward. And then all of a sudden I decided to glance back and bam, what in the world happened? How did I get here so quickly? And this doesn't necessarily make me feel older. It's more about just this is interesting. It's just more fascinating. It's part of the human condition. If I want to feel old, I got things that'll make me feel old. I was riding in the car a couple weeks ago and heard 1999 by Prince and thought, man, 1999, that was a long time ago. Until I realized that I was around when that song came out, and it was going to be a long time until it was actually going to be 1999. I was also in a doctor's office a couple of weeks back, and they had a copy of People magazine laying on the table. I didn't know they still made People magazines. I guess they do it so that doctors can have something to fill their waiting room with, and barbers too. So I picked up this copy of People magazine and start thumbing through it, and I realized I don't know who any of these people are. There was a time when I would love to look at people and see all the beautiful peoples and the stars, and I knew who they were, but that has definitely changed. Either I'm getting older or my priorities have shifted. So there are two theories that I've stumbled across as I've researched this a little bit. The first one is the proportional theory, where if you're 10 years old, a year is 10% of your life, which makes it feel like a huge chunk of your existence. Whereas if you're 60, it only represents 1 or 2% of your life, which makes it feel like a very tiny drop in a great big bucket. The other theory is called the cognitive theory. It's where, as a child, everything is essentially new, and your brain has to really work hard to process this information, and it creates vivid memories, therefore making time feel like it's going more slowly. But as an adult, there's not as many new experiences, so your brain sort of goes on autopilot, and when you look back, it feels like the time just flew by. Honestly, I can say that I'm not sure I can wrap my head completely around both those theories, but I have to assume because it's on AI that it must be right. So time definitely flies by. I guess I expected that to be something that I would dread or not like, but now that I'm in the middle of it, it's perfectly okay. As always, feel free to leave a comment. You never know when something you have to say might be of benefit to someone else down the road.